listening to a podcast by and for fans of the San Francisco Giants with hosts Willie Dills, Chad King, and Ben Lee.
Let's go Giants! SF Giants! Let's go Giants! SF Giants! Dedicated to the greatest team in Major League Baseball history, the San Francisco Giants. This is Torture Cast.
Hey Giants fans, this is Chad from TortureCast, and this is our interview with Sergio Romo at Media Day at AT&T Park. He was gracious as always, although this time I didn't have a video camera stuck up his nose. You need to look at our YouTube videos from last year to understand what the heck I'm talking about. Hope you enjoy this one. Also check out our interviews with Matt Cain, Michael Morse, and many others.
Hey, how's it going, Sergio? This is Chad and Ben from TortureCast. Hey, nice to meet you. Last year I had a camera in my belly up your nose. It's kind of awkward.
Well, he decided to show
a little bit better this year.
Time.
I didn't know what the heck to expect last year.
We're still waiting for him to lose something because he keeps laying out like three things every time he gets to a spot.
I'm going to do a freaking recorder or something around here. But
it's alright.
I got to have this place clear.
I like these nice little gadgets though.
Yeah, you know, nice little recorder.
I was going to say they're easier to lose, but they're making everything else easier. I like the cap, by the way. That's good.
Oh, yeah, you took over Warriors Twitter last night, huh?
That was awesome.
How was that, yeah?
That was pretty dope. That was one of those things where, I mean, they played well. They were on a little losing streak there, and then a home losing streak, actually. So, they beat up a good team, too, so.
Yeah, lose to the Wizards and then beat
the Clippers. Clearly, they just got to get you on Twitter more often, right? Because that's what did it.
Well, it's crazy, too, because, I'm sitting there typing. It's like, wait, how do you watch it and type in the same time? And how do you not look down to check if you misspelled something? Because I was like, I got it, and then, I can feel it. I'm like, all right, type it. Okay, I'm pretty sure I messed up. Look down. It's like, dang it.
You get back to that, and you're just like, all right, you guys never going to me back. Put a bunch of typos on
it. Pause the game real fast. I got to wait. Let me type that.
Oh my God,
great.
I never really thought about that. Basketball's
and
basketball doesn't
stop. Well, that's the thing. Basketball's so fast. We're sitting in the press box, and it's like one pitch. Oh, hey, that was a whatever.
Oh, okay.
Has anything happened to that? No, guy scratched his crotch, all right?
I didn't even think of that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's fine. I know last year I talked to you when you were, it was right after the Super Bowl, so it was weird. This year's right before. Still following a Niner loss.
Yeah.
Tough one to follow. I know. Anything over the spring or over the winter that you've wanted to address mechanically or pitch-wise, or are you feeling pretty good about how the last couple years have been?
The only thing I've done is try to maintain weight.
Not lose, not gain, not turn into something else.
Yeah, right. It's almost like maintain to gain. Like if I end up gaining weight, not a problem. But I wanted to be able to maintain. And one thing that's happened to me though, where I don't know if anyone really remembers, but when I debuted in 2008, I was 210 pounds.
Are you serious? I didn't know.
I was very chubby, I had almost 30% body fat. I was just chubby, I was chunky, and every year I've gradually lost weight. And
just more committed to diet and exercise, or just
it's really just trying to eat as much as possible while working out, and I don't have a high metabolism or anything. It's just I'm more active, and the more I grew up into this world, and as a player, and doing their exercises, their workouts, their eating, eating a little bit better. It fell off. I'm maybe 11% body fat right now.
How's the post-game spread for
Amazing.
Especially players, I won't mention any names, but are trying to shed the pounds.
The thing is, it's amazingly good for you though too. Joe Day, our chef, he can whip you up anything, and it's all. There's nothing that it's super duper high calories or any of that where it's gonna. If you eat excess amount of anything, you're by default you're
everything.
But controlled portions or eating just regular portions, the food that they present is, it's very good for you. It's high in protein, high, carbs when you need them. It's just one of those things where it's fitting for what we do on a daily basis.
Yeah, definitely. And with the recent rule changes, with the first to third for pitchers, and now the catcher and the interference and all that stuff like that, baseball's been kind of resistant to change. But what do you think? Or if you could change one rule in baseball, what would it be? I think it'd be crazy.
Wow. If I could change one rule in baseball, what would it be?
Just throw it right at you. I'm sure you prepared an answer for this one in advance.
Yeah.
You guys must hate these days.
You make me think. I don't know if I'd change it. I was like, I don't know if I'd change anything. I definitely love baseball the way it is, but I can't really think of something right now.
Let's see. Kanto said he wanted to bring the first to third fake back.
Okay.
And Javi said he when he comes in and he has an inherited runner at first base and he's not holding him on because maybe you're up or down by more than 3, and he's still second, but it still counts as stolen base, and the guy scores.
It shouldn't be an earned run.
There you go. That's what he said.
Okay, I actually like that one.
Yeah.
That's actually some change. Okay, inherited runner scores. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're run on the guy before you.
Yeah.
I was trying to hold him on.
That'd be great. Yeah. So like if I come in and the guy, I would change that rule. If a runner first base, up by a lot or down by a lot in the game, takes second base at the end of the game as
defensive indifference.
Yeah, defensive indifference. And then eventually scores. That is not an earned run.
I like that. We were speaking up.
Not an earned run. That would get me. That would irk me a lot.
So you guys have a lot of the same bullpen coming back this year, which is great because you guys have always worked real well together as a group.
Yeah.
But you do have David Huff coming in, so you've got a new member. It's gonna be interesting. You got a little bit of a change, but still most of you guys coming back. I assume you're not really worried about the bullpen getting along at all per se, but do you think it's going to be different having just introducing somebody new into an equation that really kind of felt real tight last year?
We've kind of every year we've kind of had to introduce somebody new in a sense. If it be a younger guy like last year Embry or Dunning, year before Contos, so that type of stuff. So introducing new faces. With the type of personalities that we have in our team and the caliber of men that we have, respectable men, it's real easy to get along. It's real easy to accept somebody and bring somebody in. Huff, we've all played with on similar teams in the past with guys that we know in the past, so we kind of in a sense already have an idea of the person he is. I personally don't know him. I've met him, but I don't know him to the extent where I can call him a friend, or I know a lot of things like that. But I know others that I've played on teams with him for, and he's a great dude. He's this. Hey, joke about this. Hey, let him know. Remember, tell him if he remembers this. And then as soon as you let him know, then he gets a little bit more comfortable, opens up, thinking, okay, the reality of it's a small world comes into play. So it's just really. Bringing a guy like that, he's gonna add some depth to our pitching staff, and if it be our rotation or our bullpen, and not really worried about our bullpen at all in general, on or off the field. We're a very, very close knit group.
And last thing from us. So last season was the first season that we've had without a Huff in about 2, 3, 4 years, and 2 series later. So what do you think happens when we add a Huff back into the team this year?
Well, we haven't had a Huff in a while, and now we have another Huff.
Are you going to reuse nicknames?
Right.
Or are you going to come up with all new ones now?
Old Aubrey Huff. That is one unique individual. His personality and his sense of humor and his unbelievable character. Yes, definitely enjoyed playing on the same team with that man. I would venture to say that the personality on Mr. David Huff would be a little bit different from Mr. Aubrey Huff. So no nicknames there. I'm assuming no random undergarments either from that man. I'm assuming.
You never know.
Assuming, yes, these are assumptions.
A little room for it. All right. Thanks a lot, Sergio.
A big thank you to everybody for listening to the TortureCast, the podcast by and for fans of the San Francisco Giants. Follow us on Twitter at TortureCast. You can also like us on Facebook or check out our blog at torturecast.com. I also want to say thank you to Ashcon and Bailey for letting us use their song Feeling Like a Giant for our intro. For Ben Lee and Chad King, my name is Willie Dills saying, we'll see you next time. A big thank you to everybody for listening to the TortureCast, the podcast by and for fans of the San Francisco Giants. Follow us on Twitter at TortureCast. You can also like us on Facebook or check out our blog at torturecast.com. I also want to say thank you to Ashcon and Bailey for letting us use their song Feeling Like a Giant for our intro. For Ben Lee and Chad King, my name is Willie Dills saying, we'll see you next time.